Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discussing about the consigned retrosynthetic analysis of plus minus Sabine Canadian E. And as we all know that Sabine Canadian E is a natural product and it exhibits or it shows very important biological activity which is the cytotoxic. Cyto means cells and toxic means poisonous, as we know that it kills the cells, so that activity is shown by this molecule Sabine Canadian plus Sabine Canadian E, and therefore most of the scientists get attracted toward the synthesis of the Sabine Canadian in a different way, and therefore first we know that the target molecule which is extracted from that various part of the plant. Similarly, this Sabine Canadian also extracted from the plant, as we know that, or it is isolated, and the scientists the same molecule they are trying to synthesize in the molecule, synthesize in the laboratory, and therefore they are using very specific or the strategy to synthesize that molecule, and first they made as a strategy which is represent in the scheme number 1, that is a consigned retrosynthetic analysis of Sabine Canadian E. That the Sabine Canadian E, as we know that the target molecule we can say here, let's see the structure of Sabine Canadian E. So this is a structure which I am representing here. So you can observe this structure carefully. You will get this is the structure which I have drawn on the blackboard. You can observe this carefully. This is the structure of Sabine Canadian B, that is a plus Sabine Canadian E. This is a structure and this is nothing but as a target molecule, and as we know that target molecule means whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule. And retrosynthetic analysis means it is one of the important term used in a disconnection approach or the retrosynthesis. Retrosynthesis means what? An imaginary but logical reverse chemical reaction which helps us to reach the reactant starting from the target molecule is known as retrosynthesis. And retrosynthetic analysis means what? It is a different than the one. Retrosynthesis, it is a branch of science where an imaginary logical reverse chemical reactions are, that type of the reactions are studied over there, and these are some of the important terms involved over there. And first important term is nothing but as a retrosynthetic analysis means their interpretation, and they are finding backward reactions. They are trying to go backward direction, and they are trying to find out the simplest molecule which is readily available or easily available, or what we can say that is commercially available in the market. That kind of the what we can call it as they are trying to achieve that type of the molecule. So that is nothing but as a retrosynthetic analysis, and the statement or the definition of retrosynthetic. Consign is a very good word used, consign in organic chemistry, which is beautifully written by J.D. Lee, so that everybody knows. So they are using as a consign. So this word also used here for retrosynthetic analysis. The process of breaking down the target molecule into convenient starting material using disconnection and FGI is known as a retrosynthetic analysis. According to that, we did that retrosynthesis and full retrosynthetic analysis, and after that we got the starting material which is readily available in the market, that is nothing but as a maleimide. Now today what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss the actual synthesis of that sabine canadin B. This is a target molecule, and this target molecule, by using as a starting material, how we can synthesize, how we can prepare in the laboratory, that actual method we are going to discuss today. If you observe this structure over here, how many chiral centers are present, or the stereogenic center is present, only one stereogenic center is present, and what type of the absolute configuration, because the author or the scientist, they are trying to determine the absolute configuration, only one chiral center is there. No doubt this compound is optically active in nature, either it can rotate the plane of polarization right hand side or the left hand side, but here only one. So it is a S, absolute configuration is a sinister, means S configuration, it can rotate the plane of polarization to the, so there is a optical rotation is shown, that is the experimental value, and this has a absolute S configuration over here. Now let us see the scheme number 2. What is that scheme number 2? Let me write that heading of the scheme number 2 over there. You can look at here, scheme number 2, scheme 2. The heading of that scheme is a synthesis of plus minus sabine canadin, plus minus sabine canadin E via sabine canadin E via Grignard's reagent, via Grignard's reagent, via Grignard's additions, via Grignard's additions, allylic rearrangements, Pictet Spengler cyclization, Spengler cyclization, condensation and ring expansion, condensation and ring expansion, condensation and ring expansion route. Okay. Now ring expansion route. Let me read this heading, scheme number 2. What we are going to do here, synthesis of plus minus Sabine Canadian E via Grignard's addition, allylic rearrangement, Pictet Spengler cyclization, condensation and ring expansion route. That all the thing we are going to include while synthesizing Sabine Canadian plus Sabine Canadian E here, because why we are trying to synthesize the target molecule which we have seen earlier lecture. I have already described the retrosynthetic analysis of plus Sabine Canadian E step by step, and what kind of the approaches we are using. That approaches also mentioned on the disconnection arrow. Disconnection arrow, as we know that disconnection, it is used during the retrosynthetic analysis. Disconnection means an analytical operation which break a bond and convert a molecule into a possible starting material is known as a disconnection, and it is an important step used in a retrosynthetic analysis or retrosynthesis, and it has a special arrow. The meaning of the arrow, the meaning of that arrow is could be made from by keeping all the point in mind, and we have achieved, or we have got the reactant or the precursor, or we can say starting material, the name of that starting material which we have got in this scheme or in this synthesis is the maleimide. Maleimide is a starting material, or we can say precursor, we are going to use while synthesizing Sabine Canadian B here during these lectures. So, and that synthesis is represented in scheme number 2. Scheme number 1 represent the consigned retrosynthetic analysis of plus minus Sabine Canadian E. In the introductory part we have discussed there are plus minus Sabine Canadian A to Z, means near about the 7 molecule or the organic compound we have been, or they have been synthesized in the laboratory by using different reagent and the reaction condition, and they have got various percentage of yield in every step. So, in the scheme number, why scheme number second is important, it is a synthesis of plus minus Sabine Canadian E. Why Sabine Canadian E we are studying here? Because it exhibits or it shows an important biological activity which is psychotoxic. And these synthesis of synthesis of plus minus Sabine Canadian E via Grignard's additions, allylic rearrangement, Pictet Spengler cyclization, condensation and ring expansion route. These are the different routes we will discuss here during the this synthesis step by step. Let us begin with the first compound. The first compound, as we know here, is this one. Let me draw the starting material, which is this one. Let's see this structure. Indole moiety remains as it is N. Here the 5-membered ring is present. This moiety is always along with this indole moiety. These are the two molecular architecture or molecular moiety are very essential or the important for the synthesis of plus sabine canadin E. So this is the structure number 1. Remember, forever whenever we are studying or learning the synthesis of sabine canadin E. Let's see the different reagent and the reaction condition. The reagent first one is added here, that is a allyl magnesium chloride. Allyl magnesium chloride means here double bond, then CH2. There you can add Mg, here MgCl. This part is called carbon-carbon double bond and CH2. One CH3 carbon atom. So that type of the system are known as a allylic system. This part is known as a allyl system. This is a allyl system. And this system, allylic rearrangement, that is the main point we are going to discuss over here. Allyl magnesium chloride taken 4.0 equivalent THF, that is tetrahydrofuran, used as a solvent, and the temperature kept minus 78 degrees centigrade to 25 degrees centigrade, stored for the content, stored for or the reaction mixture, or you can say content, stored for 5 hours, and after that the second reagent added, or we can say it is a treated with or treatment with aqueous saturated ammonium chloride NH4Cl, and this reaction also stirred at 25 degrees centigrade, and after completing this process, the product will be obtained here is this one, and that will be the compound number 4, which I am going to represent here. Then you may think, what about the second and third? We will see later on that one, that is there, but we will skip that structure here for to understand the better way of this scheme. And now here once again CH2, then here that is here C double bond O, now here hydroxy, and one allylic group is attached, and here also one allylic group is attached. Two allylic group are, because 4 equivalent is taken, and out of that 2 allyl groups are introduced, and the product will be obtained this one, and that structure, that product we can number, or we can say 4. And once you got as after the addition of this type of the allylic group introduced in this particular structure number 1, and we got as a this structure number 4, and on that structure number 4, when some of the reagent, let me draw that reagents, I am after the addition of that 4, you can remember here from 4, I am adding certain reagent. The reagents are like this: 2 normal HCl, 2 normal HCl hydrochloric acid, followed by it is used as a THF tetrahydrofuran, and the temperature is maintained or kept 0 degree centigrade to 25 degree centigrade, and this reacts stirred for 6 hours, or this contain stirred for 6 hours, and the yield is obtained, overall yield is obtained 55%, and the structure, what the structure we got over here, the structure will be obtained this one. Now let us see the structure carefully here. Hydrogen atom, double bond, this indole moiety remains as it is, and in that CH2, then nitrogen atom, then there is a 5-membered ring we can draw, that is a amide or lactam over there. This is a lactol type of the 4 number is a lactol we can say, and there is a lactam where the bonds are here, double bond is shifted over here, and this double bond you can write this, the position of, if you observe this structure carefully, the position of the double bond you can keep in mind, you can observe, and this is the structure number plus minus 9. And then you might be thinking, what about the 5, 6, 7, 8, where that numbers gone? So we will come back to that. Numbers is still there, but that numbers we are going to give in a scheme number 3. So before that, these are the numbering system which we are discussing over here. And after getting the structure number 9, that structure number 9 further treated with the reagents. I am going to show some reagent over here. So number 1 reagent is a OSO4. OSO4 osmium tetroxide, NMO, that is a reagent used here. Then THF solvent combination with water, the percentage of that solvent is taken 3:1. 3 volume of THF tetrahydrofuran and 1 volume of water is taken, and these content were kept at 25 degree centigrade and stirred for 24 hours, and then followed by or the treatment with the second reagent like NaIO4, sodium periodate, THF tetrahydrofuran THF, and the water. The proportion of that THF and water is taken 1:1, and these containers were kept at 25 degrees centigrade and stored for 15 hours, stored for 15 hours, and the overall yield obtained will be 95%. 95%. And after doing all these things, finally the product obtained will be shown over here. See carefully, the indole moiety I am writing as it is here N, then 5-membered ring, it is a carbonyl. After that there will be a double bond and this methyl group. Here this is a O carbonyl group over there, and this structure is nothing but as a structure number 10. This is a structure number 10 which is shown over here. And after the 10 we added some of the reagent. The reagents are like this: sodium borohydride, that is NaBH4, NaBH4 sodium borohydride, and the methanol, MEOH methanol. The temperature is kept as a 0 degree centigrade, stored for 30 minutes. After the treatment of all these, overall yield is obtained 98%, very high yield is obtained for this, and the product will be, see here, the cyclization take place, and the structure which we are going to get, I am representing here. This is a 5-membered ring H, then this double bond, this indole moiety remains as it is, and there will be a 6-membered ring and 5-membered ring. Here you can show C double bond O, and then here this one, and double bond, not double bond, here there is a reduction of carbonyl group we are getting the hydrogen, that is a structure number plus minus 11, structure number plus minus 11. So that is a structure which we obtain over here, and in this way we have got the structure number 11, and after the 11th structure, when treated with some of the reagent over here, I am representing the reagents number over here. So let me draw some reagent. So reagent number 1 will be added, osmium tetroxide, once again OSO4 NMO, followed by the solvents are used THF water, again THF tetrahydrofuran, and the water, the percentage is 3:1, and this reaction mixture is kept at 25 degrees centigrade and stored for 15 hours, not 15, 72 hours, 72 hours. And the second reagent is used here, once again NaIO4 sodium periodate, then THF solvent proportions, again same combination tetrahydrofuran and the water, which is 1:1, and kept at 25 degrees centigrade and stirred for 15 hours. And the third reagent used here, third reagent, and that is sodium borohydride, sodium borohydride, methanol, MEOH, methanol, 0 degree centigrade, 0 degree centigrade, and 30 minute, which is 87% percentage it is got. And the structure which we are getting over here, the structure which I am going to represent over here, see here again reduction of this you are going to get. This is a structure here, N H double bond, this moiety remains as it is, then there is a 6 membered ring, there will be attached to 5 membered ring, here may be as a hydroxy, then here again once again hydroxy group, and there will be here this one is a lactone, and that is a structure number plus next 12, that is from X-ray and it is this structure is confirmed by X-ray crystallography. I think we have seen enough structures to synthesize. We are going to synthesize the plus sabine canadian B. It is not going to complete in one lecture, and therefore we are going to stop today here, and rest of the synthesis we will see in our next lecture. Thank you. Still then, thank you. Have a nice day.